Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to learn about vendor card in Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central. Vendor card is used to manage all information related to our suppliers and vendors such as vendor contact detail, payment invoice setting, post grouping, tax and GST information, bank detail, purchase history, ledger entries, statistics and balances. So basically vendor card is the central place to manage everything related to the vendor. Navigation to vendor card. To open vendor card, go to the search icon or the tell me box and type vendors. Open the vendor list page. Click on New to create new vendor card. A window opens. Select a template for new vendor. Here Business Central provide predefined vendor templates. These templates automatically fill many default fields such as vendor posting group, payment terms, payment method, tax and VAT setup, bank and business settings. This helps to save time and avoid manual configuration error. Vendor company, it is business to business vendor. Use this when vendor is registered company, payment are done through bank, regular purchases transaction. This is the most common used template. Then vendor EU company, it is EU vendor. Use this when vendor is from European Union, foreign trade and EU VAT rules apply. International vendor transaction. Third is the vendor person. It is cash payment vendor. Use this when individual person, small cash vendor, one time cash supplier. Now click on OK. First group is the journal group. This is the main and most important section. Number, unique vendor number. It can be auto generated or manual. This is used to identify the vendor in all transactions. Name, vendor company or person name, and it is a mandatory field. Blocked, used to block the vendor for all transaction only payment. This is useful when vendor is inactive or on hold. Privacy blocked, used for data privacy GDPR. If enabled, personal data access is restricted. Last date modified, show when vendor record was last updated. Balance LCY, current outstanding balance in local currency. Balance LCY as customer, if same entity is also a customer. Balance due, amount that is currently due for payment. Document sending profile, control how documents like invoices are sent. Alternative name used for quick search. IC partner code, used for intercompany transaction. Purchaser code, assign a buyer or purchaser responsibility for this vendor. Responsibility center, used for branch wise or department wise control. Disable search by name, if enabled vendor will not appear in name based search. Company size code, used for reporting and classification. Sustainability certificate number and sustainability certificate code, used for ESG and sustainability tracking. Carbon pricing pay, indicates carbon pricing related information. State code, used for tax and regional reporting. Here you can choose any of the state. Transporter, indicate if vendor is used as transporter. Second group is the address and the contact group, which is used to store vendor location and communication detail. Address and address to is the vendor physical address. Country or region code, country of the vendor. City, vendor city. Post code, postal or pin code. So in city, select any one of the postal code for Delhi. Phone number is the vendor's phone number. And mobile phone number is the vendor's mobile number, and email is used to send document and communication. So home page is vendor's website. Our account number, vendor's reference number for the company. First one is the primary contact code, link vendor to the contact person record. Contact name of the main contact person. Now invoicing group, which control accounting and tax posting. Important fields are VAT registration number, vendor VAT and GST registration number, then price including VAT. If enabled, price entered includes tax. Otherwise, invoicing fields like post group usually appears when you scroll or expand. These fields decide which GL account are used, how tax is calculated, how purchase invoices are posted. Now the payment group. This section controls how vendor payment are processed. Important fields are application method, define how vendor entries are applied, manual, applied to oldest, applied to document. This control invoice payment matching. Payment term code, define due date calculation, example, net 30 days immediate. Payment method code, define how payment is made, bank, check, cash, online. Priority, used to prioritize payment in payment proposal. Block payment tolerance, if enabled, system does not allow payment difference tolerance. Preferred bank account code, vendor default bank account for payment. Partner type, used in business partner classification. Cash flow payment term code, used for cash flow forecasting. Creditor number, external creditor reference number. Shipping group, this section control how goods are received from vendor. Important fields are location code, default warehouse or store where goods will be received. So select any of the warehouse from here. Then shipment method code, mode of shipment like road, courier, air, etc. Lead time calculation, expected delivery time from vendor. Base calendar code, working days calendar for delivery calculation. Customized calendar, show if customer calendar is applied. Over receipt code, control if over delivery is allowed. Receive e-document to define where electronic documents are received, for example purchase order. E-document service participation, used for electronic document exchange services. Now tax information, this section is very important for Indian localization and compliances. Tax information, this section is very important in Indian localization and compliances. Access code, type of accesses for income tax, PAN number, vendor permanent account number, PAN status, PAN verification status, PAN reference number for PAN related tracking. These fields used for income tax and TDS compliances. Now GST. The first one is the government undertaking, indicate if vendor is government organization. GST reference, GST registration number, vendor GSTIN number, GST vendor type of vendor for GST such as registered, unregistered, composition. Then associated enterprises, used for related party transaction. Then aggregate turnover, vendor annual turnover slab. ARN number, application reference number for GST. Subcontractor, used when vendor is a subcontractor. Mark if vendor is a subcontractor. Then vendor location, location of subcontractor. Commissioner permission number, permission number for contractor under GST rules. Fact box is the right side panel. In this, the first one is vendor picture, used to upload vendor logo or photo. Vendor statistics, show real-time summary, vendor number, balance, LCY, outstanding order, or outstanding invoices, total purchases. This gives quick financial overview of the vendor. In the vendor card fact box, when we click on attachment, we can see three main sections. First one is document, then link, then notes. These are used to store and manage all supporting information related to the vendor. Document section. This section is used to upload and store actual file. What can be added in document? We can upload files such as PDF, GST and VAT certificate, PAN card copies, bank proof documents, cancelled check, compliance certificate, price agreement, any vendor related official document. If no file is uploaded, it shows there is nothing to show in this view. Links. This section is used to store external or internal links related to the vendor. Example, vendor website link, shared Google Drive, OneDrive folder, vendor portal URL, government GST portal link for vendor, any internal company system link. Notes section. This section is used to add text-based notes or comments. What can we add in notes? Internal remarks, special payment instruction, compliance comment, relationship or communication history, important reminders, audit and verification notes. Now the top navigation menu in vendor card. First one is the home. Used for daily action, it contains contact, merge with, apply template, send email, pay vendors. Then request approval. Used for approval workflow, send approval request and cancel approval request. New document, which is used to create purchase documents, new purchase invoice, new purchase order, new purchase credit memo, new subscription contract. Now vendors. Used to view vendor related information, ledger entries, statistics, detailed vendor ledger entries, dimension, bank accounts. Price and discount. Used to define price and line discounts. Reports. Used to run vendor related reports. Vendor balance to data. Vendor summary aging. Purchases. More options which contain additional setup and advanced options. So in this video, we learned how to work with vendor card in Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central in complete and structured way. We covered how to create a new vendor using vendor template, journal information and basic vendor setup, address and contact detail, invoicing and posting related fields, payment setup and payment control, receiving configuration, tax information include PAN and GST detail, fact box details like vendor statistics, attachment, documents, links and notes, top navigation button and menu options. Overall, the vendor card is a central control point for managing all supplier related activity in Business Central. If you found this video helpful, please like, share and subscribe to the channel. In next video, we will explore more Business Central pages in detail. Thank you for watching.